spent our honeymoon up in Canada. She looked great up there. It's moose country. I would have brought her with me this evening, but I lost the key to the shed. Can you believe this story? Last night, my wife, Betsy, was playing a slot machine. This morning, I woke up with a sore arm and a mouthful of quarters. I almost didn't make it here tonight. Having lunch over at Ziggy's earlier today, and the waitress comes over, she says, "Oh, fella, you like hot pants?" I said, "Yeah." So she dumped a hot cup of coffee on my lap. I tell you, everybody picks on me. Everybody picks on me. I walk into the store. I said, "Show me something cheap." They said, "There's a mirror in the back." The other day, a guy comes up to me, and he says, "Bill, what would you do if you won the lottery?" I said, "The first thing I'd do is I'd spend 6 months in the Canary Islands looking for canaries." He said, "Then what would you do?" He said, "Then I'd go to the Virgin Islands." Alcohol killed my cousin Dave at the age of 85. He was ran over by a beer truck. It's the first time that drinks were on him. His wake was a sad affair. You know the wake is? Just like here, but a little bit more livelier. What the notorious secret to get a brassiere for my lady friend for her birthday present. And I went up to the clerk and I said, "I'd like to buy a fancy brassiere for my girlfriend." He says, "What size?" I said, 6 7/8. He said, "How do you measure it?" I said, "With my hat." Having lunch over at Ziggy's earlier, and she's scratching her rear end to beat the band. I said, "Go over." I says, "Miss, do you have hemorrhoids?" She says, "No, just what's on the menu." I'm walking down Commercial Street, and I see this guy going like Louis. In fact, his name is Louis. I see Louis, he's going like this. I said, "Louis, what are you doing?" He says, "I'm rowing my boat." I says, "You don't have a boat." He says, "Oh, shit." Speaking of tampons, which no one was, big sale on tampons at Sam's Club. $18 a case, no strings attached, put out by a Scottish company called Tightwads. Their advertising jingle is, if it doesn't have a string, it doesn't mean a thing. And how you can embarrass an archaeologist? Give them a used tampon and ask them what period it came from. Join my church choir. Very next day, 15 people changed their religion. Come from a very, very unusual church. Look for all sects of denomination. It's called Our Lady of, it's ran by a TV repair. It's called Our Lady of Clear Reception. Musical series. Each year we run a series. We opened the program up with a Jewish barbershop quartet. They were known as the Four Skins. Then they followed up with a gay Southern Baptist gospel group. They were known as the Dixie Dicks. Then we had this lesbian group come down from Dyke, Iowa, where they were performing at a Cucumber Festival. There was a lesbian group called the Four Tampons. It was a string quartet, and they played nothing but ragtime. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I think concludes the Christian portion of the program. And I'd like to thank you very much. Oh, by the way, have a nice round of applause for the pants. No buttons, no zippers, swinging doors. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man, Willie. Tonight is his last recorded show. Scheduled to die this evening. That's what I've heard. Glad he's here. Just scheduled. Hold on a second.
Bring it back up.
Oh, you got this.
Yeah, fuck up, Jesus. It's gonna drop.
Not all of it. Drinks over there. You guys having a good time? Everybody loosened up? Get a little loosey-goosey? Our next comedian is a very funny guy. I've had the opportunity to hang out with him a couple times. But everybody give it up for Mr. Andre Sway.
Thank you. How are you guys doing tonight? Doing good? Great. So I had this friend the other day, he saw this really attractive Asian girl. He was like, damn, she looked like a bowl of cashew chicken. I was like, wow, that's really racist. Like, I don't see your sister and be like, damn, she looked like a bowl of macaroni and cheese with hot dogs cut up in it. It doesn't work the other way around. It's not nice like that. I have a story about last night. It's pretty fucking crazy, not gonna lie. It's all true, swear to God. So sorry if it's not funny, no jokes. I just need to vent to some people because my mom's not there for me. So, it wasn't a joke, don't laugh. So what happened was I hang out with some sophomore friends, which I don't usually do. I'm a junior, I don't hang out with losers. So they were like, hey, you wanna hang out? I was like, yeah, sure. Thought we were gonna go to a parking lot, watch some vines, like, you know, stuff that teenagers do. And she said, we're on our way to get a gram. And it's like I hit the Mario like star, and I was like, for those of you that don't know what a gram is, it's like marijuana? I don't know. I don't know if that's how you say it. But I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we go, and I was like, who's this guy's name? She was like, I don't know his name, but I have him on Snapchat. I was like, what's his name? Thunderdick. Shit you not. Like, it's a superhero selling weed like da 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 da. Like, I don't know. I was like, cool. So we go to a comic go, I go in there, get a Powerade, get $20, whatever. They paid for it. It was cool and everything. And got back in the car. And then we went to a spot that we have. It's a baseball parking lot on Scenic Avenue. I don't know. It could be there. It could be on Battlefield. I don't know directions. I don't drive. So we went there, right? And we pulled into so it's a giant parking lot. Think of this as the parking lot. We were like, and this is the road. We were like, let's pull in right here. That's not suspicious at all. Just right on the corner. So we pulled in, and I was like, nothing's ever happened. And a cop pulled up after we were walking. And we already had a pre-rolled something, and I don't know if you guys have ever thrown something that you worked so hard on, but it's worse than throwing a baby off the Empire State Building. Like, I threw that blunt like the Heisman. I was like, like, threw it out there. Knowing you throw it into a woodland area was terrifying. So we walked right by, I was like, they were freaking out. One of them was running this way, one of them was running this way. I was like, guys, it's fine. Like, we don't have anything on us anymore. We're good. And I don't know, you know me, calm, cool, collected. I'm like fucking Ted Bundy. I'll get away with anything. So I walk up to them, I'm like, oh, hey, officer. I put on like the most white guy persona if I don't already have one. And I was like, oh, good evening, officer. Good night. How, like, oh, is it closed? He's like, and he does the Midwest cop walk. He's like, yeah, it's closed. And I was like, oh, but when it pulled up, it was a Tahoe, and I was like, fucking cop cars can't be Tahoes, they're not aerodynamic enough. You wanna know a can? Fucking park ranger. Just in case you didn't know, park rangers have more authority than highway patrolmen. Like, that could be not true, I don't know. But they're like in the same area, like they have a lot of jurisdiction. And it's cool, so we walked off, and he was like, I'll let you guys go. Which is the first time in history that a Missouri cop has ever let a black guy go. Like, ever. So he let us go, which was so great. But we just, like, we don't have any weed anymore. What are we gonna do? And that's when dun-da-da-da, Thunderdick comes back. So we go to him. Yeah, that wasn't funny. We go back to him, which was really cool. And we sat in McDonald's Taco Bell parking lot for like 5 minutes. It's right next to the car that was his. He was in Mexican Villa and that wasn't his car. We were just like chilling there. And then just to make the night even worse, as we were going back, the McDonald's that I was gonna go to, I was hungry, okay? After this long night, I was hungry. The McDonald's that I was gonna go to on Battlefield, it's fucking gone. Have you guys seen that? It's literally not there anymore. It's completely demolished. Which is like, I was like, oh, maybe it's closed. She was like, oh, it's closed. And then I saw it wasn't fucking there. Ruined my night completely. That was my fucked up night. It was pretty shitty. So the other day, I was in Parkview High School. That's where I go to high school at. Any Vikings in the house? Nope, I forgot. I'm at a comedy club, not high school. But I saw this Latina friend of mine, and I was like, oh shit, this is my freshman year. I had to be friends with this guy. I thought like popular Latina kids only existed on like TV in California. Like I didn't know they were a real thing. So I went up to them and I was like, hey man, like we have to be friends, which isn't what you should say to somebody if you want to be friends with them. You don't just say, hey, I want to be friends with you. Like he's not gonna like that. So instead I crafted a perfect plan. I'd walk up to him, right? And I'd 1 second. And I'd be like, what's up, S.A.? How you doing, Holmes? You doing good? Yeah, he liked that. He said, what's up, Negro? We've been doing it ever since. Shit, you're not. It's great. I had this marketing idea for a Chips Ahoy campaign. It's my last joke. It's pretty edgy. If you don't like it, I don't blame you. So it's a Chips Ahoy campaign. You know how they have Chewy and everything? Right? Who likes Chewy Chips Ahoy? Excellent. Yeah. I was thinking they should make one called Jewy, right? Hear me out. And instead of just being soft and really easy to bite into, they just take all your money and burn really easily. Good night, guys.
Number Jew. Jewy. Chips Ahoy. Andre Sway. All right, keep the ball rolling, so to speak. Our next comedian, Miss Lynette Bradford.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm an idiot who says yes to life. Poison! The Mary has gone bad. Fuck. Seriously, wait. Can you come over here? Yes. Okay. Tight. That's better. Thank you, friend. All right. Hey guys, thanks for coming out tonight. This is really great. You're so beautiful. Are you guys in college? Are you college kids? Do you go to college? Your mom goes to college. Yeah, I did it. That was my mom's joke. And it's pretty cool because at this point in my life, your mom jokes don't even work on me anymore because my mom's dead. So it's like you can try it. It's like, you know my mom's dead, right? So you just feel like an asshole now. So thanks, Mom. No, but seriously, happy Mother's Day. Moms are great, unless they aren't one of the good ones. I'm not a mom, and it's pretty awesome. What can I say? I don't intend on being one anytime soon either, but you know, the idea is there, the fantasy is there, my maternal instincts are for sure there. I mean, I work with children, I enjoy most children. My nieces and nephews are like the best. And people will approach me and they're like, Lynette, you're so good with kids. Like, when's it gonna be your turn? You would be such a good mom. And I'm like, I'd be a pretty good sex worker too, but I'm not gonna do that anytime soon. You know, I'd be an awesome drug mule, but you know, no, just because you'd be good at something doesn't mean you have to do it. Stand-up comedy aside, of course. But yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do the whole marriage and kids thing. And you want to know why?
Why?
Yeah. All right, I'll tell you. Because I don't want to wear push-up bras anymore. Cutting off my chest lung expansion and my will to live. And I definitely don't want to wear thong underwear ever again. Yeah, so you know, in order to get the husband, you gotta do the hotness, and it's just, okay, guys, listen, I'm in my late 20s now, which is my fun, sexy way of saying early 30s, so, I'm done with the bullshit. Okay? This whole like classic Kardashian hotness they're pushing in our faces all the time. I'm over it, man. Over it. So yeah, that's why I don't think I'll ever have children. Because you know, in this pussy grabbing society, if your feminine looks aren't gravitating towards like a sex trafficked Barbie doll, then you're basically doomed to be like a spinster cat lady, right?
Yes.
So, sex trafficked Barbie doll, spinster cat lady. If those are my two options, then here, kitty, kitty. Like I've got a loving cat and a very loyal vibrator just waiting for me at home. So I think I'm gonna be okay, guys. Thank you, Springfield, and good night.